Hello everyone and welcome to another Let's Play of mine. This time I'll be playing Final Fantasy II, second game of the franchise. So if you are interested in another Final Fantasy game, be sure to tag along. So let's start the new game. Here we have our four main characters: Tyrion, Maria, Guy, and Leon. Now, I believe that Leon, the only reason that you see his name like this is because of the shortness of characters. I believe his name is actually Leon Hart. So, but I will be calling him Leon from this point onwards. What a nice town. Little kitty over there. I like it. What? Really? Just set the town on fire? Well, that lose monsters will make the place on fire. I wonder who those were. Well, someone just ran away. Now you can take him. A 4-on-1, easy. Oh, that's not. Well, knowing the geography of the game, it didn't run that far. And immediately we are thrown in a battle. Well, there's not really much that we can do in this battle. As you can see, not only we don't beat, well, dealing 700 damage while I only have 40, not that great. And game over. Oh, not, I guess not. Yeah, just leave me lying on the floor. Oh, okay, I'm just sleeping, that's okay. Nah, it's cool. We are the main characters. We have to last to the end of the game. Otherwise, what's the point? So apparently they were attacked by the Empire, and the Empire is building a massive ship. Well, I do not know. There they are. Nope, I'm cool. Now, although you don't... Well, there's no voice actors in this game, but when Maria was saying she will fear the worst, you couldn't continue the text like, okay, she was sobbing, so let's just wait a tiny bit. Nice touch. By the way, I didn't comment. This one is Hilda, the princess that we saw left the castle. I do know that name from another Final Fantasy entry, but oh well. Really, you want to fight? Oh, sorry, no can do. Okay. So this game has a password system. When you see uh, a name or letters in red, you can learn them, and then if you select the ask command and talk about it, you can see that it will allow you to progress the plot. Sure. So but before talking to him, I'm going to go to configurations. Two things that I want to do: I want to set my cursor to memory. I'll explain that later. And max the speed to 1. You can change the window color if you want, but I'm going to leave it as it is. And bestiary, well, if you're not familiar with what it is, it allows you to see every single enemy that you defeated in the game, and actually you can get a lot of information out of it. So if it's something that you are interested, I will not be completing the bestiary. Now to talk with menu. Oh, yep. So, well, there's a little bit of information. If any of your party members fall in battle, you can use Sanctuary to revive him. Paulo. Well, I don't have a canoe, so by the way, I only have absolutely nothing. So, and since I'm here, I also want to bring Maria up front. I'll explain that later as well. Well, there's nothing wrong with running a thing or two, so now down here is the Princess Hilda bedroom, but well, she was on the throne room, so it's the same thing. On the back, not on the knee. What a shame. So yeah, Hilda is taking care of the operations of the rebel forces. And by the way, we are in Altair. And if you come to the room where we were resting, so sure, let's try and learn some things about the game. Okay, that's something good to know. You have to be careful. Yeah, sure, treasure chest. It's a common thing in game. Sure, let's talk about flee. Well, as you may guess, is the command that you use to escape battle. So you can use swords, spears, axes, staves, knives, bows, and unarmed, or fisticuffs. And also with staves, it combines with rods, just so you know. And with all the weapons, we can equip a shield, with the exception of if you are using bows. So I will be using shields. So yeah, one thing particularly to this game is that how your characters grow. So let's go into the menu. I'll show a tiny bit. Let's check here. As you can see, first things first, you have here all the weapons you can use and shield. You can grow that skill up to 16. And as for the numbers, I tried to figure it out, but it's kind of complicated. Not really, but I don't think it's really worth worry that much about it. As far as I'm concerned, I didn't worry about those numbers my entire playthrough. And a side note, I did test this game before recording and I wrote my own walkthrough, just so I have a guide with me. Now, as for these stats, you have strength, spirit, intelligence, stamina, agility and magic. Now, your strength is the obvious one, it increases your physical attack in battle, the damage you deal with your attack command, and the more you use, the way these develop is the more you use a type of command, it will increase the stats. So if you're attacking a lot, it will increase your strength. Spirit is the power of your white magic, and on the same manner, if you use white magic, your spirit will increase. Intelligence is the output of your black magic, and I believe it also affects the way if you can or cannot apply a status effect, but I'm going to tell you right now, I won't be using those. I didn't feel any need. So stamina is the amount of HP that you'll gain if you gain any per battle. Now, for you to gain HP, you need to lose the amount of health, and the stamina is the amount of health you gain if you get that bonus after battle. Agility will help you with your evasion, your chances of fleeing a battle, and your turn order, if I'm not mistaken. By evading attacks, your agility will increase. And magic is this very same thing for stamina, but for your MP. Now, as for the three characters that we have, I'm going to use swords and shields with Furion, and I'm going to turn him into my white magic user. As for Maria, I'm going to keep her rods, and I'm going to make her my black magic user since she has the highest intelligence stat. And as for Guy, I'll be using Axes, and I'll be giving him some white magic so he can top it off our healing and doing some buffs during battle. So, with all that explained, let's carry on. Yep, you have skill levels for your weapons and your magic. Now I'm going to say right now, having skill levels on magic is my most hated aspect of this game. Actually what he said is actually a bad advice. In this game you actually want to have as little as armor as possible, at least in the early game. Yep, you can teach any kind of spell that you want, but if you try and mix the white and black magic, it will just take longer to use your to evolve your stats. And what you was talking about formation, you see me at the beginning I put Maria in the front row. The thing is that both you and your enemies, by doing physical attacks, you can only hit them on the front row, with exception if you are using a bow, which I'm not. But that same applies to your enemies, so if you are on the back row, even if they use a physical attack, they can only land on the character that is on the front. You've seen a good example in the very first battle that we lost, because Maria was on the back. The knights had to defeat all the three characters that were up front, and then when that happened, Maria was brought up front, and then they were able to defeat it. But even if you are in the back row, you'll be hit with magic and range attacks, and you can also use magic without any worries if you're on the back row. And about keywords, we already talked about it, so no problems. So now, by the way, I do know that it is a little heavy on the early game. There are a lot of things that we have to explain, but I hope that I didn't make that too heavy. So, well, it's a job. So let's explore the town of Altair. Oh, he's a good thief. Okay. Well, that is true. Oh, hi Gordon. Oh, you're the guy that ran away in the castle. Okay, I'll laugh. Now, by the way, here you have the inn. You can use it to recover your HP and MP. You have an item shop. I won't be using it that soon. Here you have the sanctuary, the one you can use to revive fallen comrades. Here you have the magic shop. I'll be coming here in just a second. You have the weapon shop, and since I'm going to enter there, I want to actually remove my armor, and I want to buy the staff. Oh, okay, so it's the best blacksmith in town. Not that it can do much for us right now, but oh well. And I want to buy 2 bucklers. And I want to give one. I want to give the staff and the buckler to Maria, and I want to give one to Guy. By the way, well, another thing here, this is not really, I didn't read anything about this particular part. Let me move it so I can explain. But you can single wield a weapon with a shield in hand. You can dual wield 2 weapons, and even though it doesn't say, as you can see that my attack, if I keep a shield, my attack will decrease. I believe they are dual wielding. Well, sorry, two-handing these weapons. So if you don't have a shield and using only one weapon, the attack is stronger. But using a shield is just way too good in this game. And this is going to be my equipment for a long time. I won't be using a piece of armor and headgear, simply because if you don't have any, the enemies will deal more damage and you can grow your HP more like that. So that's what I have in mind. Now, in the magic shop, you can buy tomes. So I'm going to buy 2 cure tomes, and for now, on fire. And the way you use it, you go to the menu, select items, select the tome that you want, and you teach it to the character that you wanted to teach. So I'm going to teach Cure to Firin and Guy, and Fire to Maria. I also want to buy 1 Thunder and 1 Blizzard, so I'll do that a tiny bit later. I have to grind some amount of guild. If you want, you can skip the Fire Tome and purchase another one. Eventually we'll be finding a Fire Tome in the dungeon, but I like to have him straight away. And with that, we did everything that we could in the town, so let's go to the world map and you can get into a battle. Now, you have the attack, magic, item and quick command. As for right now, I'm going to actually simply attack the enemies, and the reason for that, I want to not only I want them to hit me, so my stats may increase. I also want to try and get some money. So as you can see, guy was hit, his stamina increased, so he had 15, now he has 16, and when his HP goes up, it will go up by 16, and that's pretty much it. Now here you have, if you go to, the magic command, you can see you can use white magic auto battle, as many other games, and if you use it on a character, you can see that bar on the right, just increase the bit. When that bar reaches all the way to the end, it will increase the level. Now this time I want to use fire with Maria, so yeah, it deals really good damage. And if you have, and by the way, remember when I set my cursor on memory? If I do that, I don't need to be selecting the command over and over again. I just can press the A button, and so if you're in game levels on access, shield, it's pretty much the same thing as magic. As you can, when that bar fills up, you'll reach a level, and by every level that you have, you can deal an additional hit, so it will make your attacks stronger. But with that in mind, I'm going to end today's episode here. Off screen I'll be getting the guild that I need to purchase the other 2 stones, and then we continue with the plot. So I want to thank everyone for watching, and see you another time. Bye!